morning, guys. It is day 3 of our Devo. Thank you so much for joining me. We will not hesitate. We're going to hop in at verse 2 for praise before my breakthrough. When I'm listening for your voice and I'm shutting out the noise, I know that you will speak clearly. When I'm living out my faith, when I'm stepping on the sea, I know you take my hand and walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. Guys, when I think about this verse, it is literally the season of life that I'm walking in this moment. Before we jump into those lyrics, though, I wanted to share this verse from Psalm 37, and I'm actually going to start with 3. It says, trust in the Lord and do good, dwell in the land and befriend the faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. I don't know where you are in your journey right now with God, but I can assure you this, that if you are seeking clarity, or if you're seeking direction, or you're saying, God, I know what you've created me to do, but what's happening? Why am I not there? Let me be a testament to you that delighting in the Lord, he will clarify. He will clarify what it is that he wants you to do. My attention in life has been, God, I know what I think I know what I'm capable of doing, so therefore that's what I want to do. So if it's your will, but let's go. I mean, come on. That's the season of life that I'm sitting in right now is what I'm doing. I'll be very transparent and real with you guys and say, I shared this actually the first day of the Devo, that I'm stepping out on faith and doing this, and this verse even talks about that. I believe that I have been wired and called and gifted in ways to facilitate worship, and in a sense where there's people, at least one person in the room. In this case, there's no one here but me. And it's uncomfortable, I will be honest, because I feed off of people, and the energy that I get from someone else, it gives me life, and it allows me, I believe, to just have that synergy and allow the Lord to just, the Holy Spirit to just flood. And so I'm sitting here alone right now doing this, but the truth is, I believe the Lord all along has been preparing me to just say, Frank, no matter how I'm using you, as long as I'm using you and your gifts, that should be the win. And that is the desire of God's heart, to allow us to be a part of his mighty army, chiseling every day away at the enemy and not allowing him to invade or attack, or facilitating just moments for people to encounter who he is. The first part of this verse says, when I'm listening for your voice and I'm shutting out the noise. Guys, before I shut the noise out of my own desires, my own ambitions, my own things that I wanted to see, or my own vision of God's desire for me, it was hard for me to hear from the Lord. And I think I was hearing and seeing things, but I would be like, oh, this is it. And then it wouldn't happen. And then I'd be defeated, I would be frustrated, I'd be hurt, I'd be confused, I'd be lost, and there'd be tensions there, tensions to manage, but it was hard. And then I started realizing that anytime there's a lot in my house, I have 4 boys, it is like World War III crazy all the time, and it's hard to sometimes just shut out the noise. And honestly, it doesn't affect me. I'm kind of cool with it. I make up most of the noise sometimes, but in a sense of where you're really trying to say, all right, what am I to do and where am I going? If there's too much noise, which is sometimes distraction of ourselves, it's hard to hear what the Lord has. It's hard to see it. And so you can feel abandoned. You can be like, God, I've been praying and praying and praying, and you're not delivering. What's the deal? And he's thinking, I'm delivering it and I am making it clear, but what's distracting you from hearing what I'm saying, or hearing what I'm showing? And being that I know my weaknesses, I know my fears, I know my insecurities, I know that I feel stronger in a live setting than I do in this setting. I think the Lord was like, that's what you think, Frank, but if you really care about what my desire is for you, you're just gonna serve. And so that's what I did. I stepped out on faith, and as it steps into the second part, it says, when I'm living out my faith, stepping out on the sea, God, I know you'll take my hand and walk with me. This is what he's doing right now, because this is not the norm for me. But I have been so richly blessed. Woo! What's happening? Not gonna cry. Whoa. I have been so blessed by doing this because I'm spending more time with the Lord in doing this than I have in a while, just being very honest. But I'm also seeing how God is using this. And I have always thought that it had to look a certain way for how he could use me. And what he is saying is, Frank, I just need you to be a vessel and want me to use you because I want to. And I just need you to delight in me and to trust me. And we can do this. And so I want to just encourage you guys today to just delight in who God is and allow yourself to see his grace and his mercy. But don't look at yourself as not in the lane where he may have you. Just trust that wherever God is taking you, that it is where you're supposed to be. Because sometimes when we're in situations where our gifting is utilized, or we'll be so gifted in that area, it can be chaos. And I believe when that happens, it's because we're in that place with our technical tools, but the Holy Spirit is not in that moment with us. Sometimes we can put ourselves in a situation that God's like, that's not what I've called you to be in. And so I just want to encourage you guys to say, the Lord knows what's best for us. Not only does he know how he wants to bless us and use us, but he knows what's best for us. So if you're sitting in a season waiting for an opportunity to come, or you're serving in a way that you're like, this feels chaotic, maybe you should shut things out and say, God, where do you want me? How can you use me? What can I do to allow myself to step out on faith? Or maybe the Lord has done what he did for you, what he did for me a few weeks ago, and said, Frank, I need you to do something that you're going to not be okay with, because it's not going to be the norm and it's not going to be the way you want it. But if you genuinely want me to use you, this is how it has to be. In this season of life, this is how it has to be. I encourage you to listen to that voice and say, I'm taking your hand, God, and I know you're going to walk with me. 'Cause when I'm listening for your voice and I'm shutting out the noise, I know that you will speak clearly. And when I'm living out my faith and I'm stepping on the sea, I know you'll take my hand and walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. God, I come to you right now thanking you so much for who you are. Lord, I pray for everyone who is physically joining me through the digital technology. I pray, Lord, that they just find themselves pursuing you and delighting in you, and the clarity that you give and only you can give, they can gravitate to. God, I thank you for speaking to me. I thank you for revealing yourself. And I pray that you keep peeling back the layers that keep me from truly walking in the light and in the gifting that you have given me. And those who are listening and watching this as well, God, may we all just be driven today to walk in the lane that you called us to and take your hand and step out in faith. I ask all this in your precious name, Jesus. Amen. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have not already, subscribe to the YouTube channel or find me on Facebook and Instagram, and let's keep doing this. Delight yourself in the Lord, and I assure you, he will speak loud and clear and give you the desire that he has for your heart. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day.